this person, let us watch this person, and let us vote for the person, regardless of where the person is coming from. If there is a credible candidate from the north and we have a northerner, then let us just take it that this person is credible. If we feel that the credible candidate is coming from the east, come on, what are we preaching one Nigeria for? This is not the time to... Zoning has not helped us. Zoning will not help us. It's not going to take us anywhere. If we feel that 2023 is far, hey, you're getting the shocker of your life. We've already, out of 2022, we have spent how many days? 34 days already. So if you think that if you think 2023 general election is far, then we are not ready. We're not ready for anything.
Politicians are already in 2023.
Yes, they're already in 2023. In fact, they are at the end of 2023. Well, but if we want to do things, let us do it right. Okay. If we don't want to get out of this mess we are in this country.
When you talk about doing something right, and some people have argued that doing the right thing is zoning, that this is a country that believes in federal character. We're having these arguments all this while, that it is the right call for zoning. Yes, along the line, the commentator of this said, though that zoning might not produce the right candidate, that what we need, like you said, is a president that understands the time we are in now, that can take us from middle of nowhere and at least show glimpse of promises. Now, and he argued in the last part of his comment, he, for me, complicated it. He said for equity and justice to rule, that we need that zoning to balance every other thing. Solomon, talking about equity and justice in the Nigerian context and the federal character, this is where he says zoning should come in.
We have been on this thing over the years. We have been so sentimental when it comes to equity and justice to rule. That is why we are still producing the bad leaders we have today. Let us take away sentiments. Let's be factual. Somebody that can direct and lead this country. Not 17th century leaders. We want 21st century leaders that are well informed. So if you are still on this circle of equity, justice, zoning, you won't get it right come 2023. We still be in the same circle of producing somebody like Tinubu. So we need somebody that is more credible. Let's leave justice, let's leave zoning. Let us face the fact the world has left Nigeria behind. We are still in 17th century here in this country. So let us just leave all these sentiments and all these talks aside. Let us face the fact. We need somebody that is better in terms of technology, in terms of economy, in terms of security than all this. It is time for southeast, time for southwest, north central, northwest. No.
Okay, Jennifer, what do you expect from the next Nigerian? What from the CV, and what do you expect, or who do you expect to be in that position for Nigerian presidency in 2023?
Not to mention names, because I don't even have names to mention.
Don't campaign for anybody.
No. What I'm even saying, I don't even have names to mention. There's nobody. I've not seen anybody.
No, I'm not saying you should mention.
Yeah,
okay.
I understand. I get your question. Like I said, I've not seen anybody. What I expect is someone with the current situation Nigeria is in. There is a lot of work to be done. It is not rocket science. There is obviously nobody, no matter how good and how strategized you might feel you are, there is nobody that can give 80% change in 4 years. Let's not deceive ourselves. It cannot with what is going on, it cannot happen. But we need someone who can actually see that times have changed.
Can think out of
someone who can think out of the regular box of the fix of what we have called what we've decided to call normal. Someone who can actually know the importance of wealth creation, because we don't do any of that in Nigeria. All we know how to do is borrowing. The wealth we have is borrowing, is acquired through borrowing. And that is not wealth. When you're owing, you have nothing. Someone who can actually understand that, well, we still have a means. Basically, we used to, I don't want to say we base, because we no longer base on it. We used to base on the fact that we have oil. But someone that will understand that you can still make wealth out of what you don't have.
Even beyond oil.
Beyond oil, there are so many things. We need someone who can be spontaneous in thinking.
Western world are into tech.
There's so many things.
So why are we still
and you actually have
on oil?
You actually have the resources in terms of humans in Nigeria. Okay. So we don't want someone to come and give us like Solomon said, 17th century system of leadership. We want someone that would start from the end of 21st century and move into the 22nd, even before it has started.
Okay,
exactly.
When we talk about 21st century, Solomon, like what age range? I had this argument with someone again. He told me that, truth be told, that the presidency and somehow the Senate, the senatorial positions, should not be for younger citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He said, out of experience, that from experience, though, that the older citizens, not the old and archaic, that the older citizens can make better presidents and senators.
What are okay in the last, let me see, in the last 16 years of Nigeria, the older citizens, what have they achieved? What have they done?
No, this was this person's argument.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like see the argument from another point.
Okay, he cited really not Nigeria. He said if you look at America, he talked about the what is the name of that woman? The House of Rep, the House of the Commons, the woman.
Yeah, House of
Perusi. That if you see her well articulated, well read, and the rest of them, that if you see their senators, American senators, some way older, a lot.
You can't compare America with Nigeria.
A working system to a system that is not even in existence. That we don't have a system yet.
There is a big difference.
Okay, so what's the age range you're expecting? We've tried the old men, they have failed. We've tried even the youth, they have failed.
And still failing.
And they are still failing. A lot of them in that space. In fact, their stories are not good to write home about. Now, from now, what age are you expecting the range to be?
All the names that we have mentioned that has come out for this particular position, they are all in the range of 60 and above, if I'm correct. Even Peter Obi is I think about 60. Yes. So I am not expecting people from that age. I'm looking at something from 45 to, let me say, 60. 45 to 60. So anybody above 60 should go and sit with his grandchildren at home.
Yes, very. In fact, okay. I had that in mind. 45 to 60. I won't mew in all my senses.
That means it falls to Showore.
Yeah, it's still there, but that one is
see.
I would
narrow it. I would bring it. I would classify it this way: 45 to 60 that doesn't have home trouble.
How do you know who has a home
trouble? Now look at
see.
Let me tell you, if you want to see someone on a lighter note that would actually rule Nigeria, let your house be settled. If you cannot take care of your home, you cannot take care of a nation.
A bishop should be a man of one wife, diligent, that can control his house.
If you can control your house, yes. If you can control your house, you can because see this country as a whole. Now work. Nigeria is a job. It is something that when you're done, you retire and go and
looking for somebody like Yaradua to lead us again. Because I see him as one of the best we are producing in this nation.
If your house is at peace, you can channel that energy to the nation. You should be able to tell your will I call it subjects now that this is how it should be, and you still listen to what they have to say and be able to balance it without causing chaos. That is what this country needs. We don't need anybody.
What you just said is what is happening to our current president.
Okay.
His house is not
In order.
check. It's not in order. The wife has been maybe in Dubai
We don't even know where she is.
for years.
Your house is not in order. Your cabinet cannot be in order. So when you start from your house,
For you to lead
a nation like this,
put your house
put
in
your
order.
house in order. So even if we're looking at people from 45 to 60, their houses has to be in order. There are people that when you bring their records, even if the mistake you want to find should be something that say, okay, well, yeah, true. So I mean, we could actually go on and on.
Okay. Like Jennifer said, we could actually go on and on. This discussion does not end here.
Maybe we should look for avenue to increase your time to 2 hours.
Well, okay, we look into that. And Solomon, thanks for coming. We hope to see you when next we call on you.
Yeah, I'm always available for you.
Okay, and Jennifer, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and thank you too for listening. The program will be back again on Thursday, 10 a.m. And also thanks to our producer, Sandra J, for pressing the right buttons. From me and Osike Chimeze, is goodbye and do have a lovely day.
This is